Good evening, Brockton. This is Richard Ripley. I'm on my. I came on tonight to talk to you. Tonight is my 54th installment of my show. This new show is going to be called Brockton Talks. It's going to be for anybody in Brockton to come in and talk for about 15, 20 minutes on whatever issues you're concerned with, crime, potholes, schools, corruption, any issues that concern you. Now tonight I got a friend of mine, his name is Jonathan, and he's going to talk to us tonight about some issues that he's concerned with. So I'm going to let you talk, and
Yes.
I might have some questions, and we'll have a little give and take, but you have your 15 minutes to talk to the camera.
All right. Basically, the main concern in Brockton is actually the crime. You know, why are 18, 17-year-old kids, getting shot? And why is there's not enough surveillance with the cops around? Basically why there's people that don't even know how to drive in behind the wheels as well.
That's an issue, because I heard, I just came back from Brockton after being away for 50 years. I've been back for about 3.5, and there was some kind of thing going on with the registry. Some guy got put in jail because he was giving licenses with people who didn't really pass the test.
Yeah.
So that's a problem, but I'm not sure how they can fix that.
Well, the thing is, because I went to take my motorcycle test, and they asked me what language do I want my test, and I was dumbified because I'm like, I'm speaking English. What language you think I want to take it?
Really?
I did not know that immigrants could get their license on their language when there's signs out there that everything is in English.
Yeah.
So for me, it was shocking, and I told the guy, and I was like, listen, I need it in English because.
Yeah, not that you say that. I've never put two and two together, but when you're driving down the street, the stop signs and all the signs, they're in English.
Yes.
So that may be why there's so many accidents, where people don't know what the signs say.
That is correct. And there's another thing, is the issue of the signal lights. You stop behind them, you don't even know if they're going left, they're going right, they're going straight.
Oh, they don't use their turn signals?
Yeah, they don't.
Now, I took my test way back in high school in 1970-something, and my understanding when I took my driver's education test was when you're approaching a yellow light, that means slow down, proceed with caution, be prepared to stop. What do
Yes.
they do nowadays, 50 years later?
Nothing. They just keep going. Stop signs, there's no stop signs at all. Where I live, between Belmont Avenue and West Elm,
that's a high crime area. That's a high accident area.
accident territory. I keep calling the mayor office.
Something about something blocking the view or the turn?
No, it's not that. It's that there is a light, but it's a flashing light, and they don't respect it. I have called so many times 911 where I even had to go out and help people, car turnover and everything. And I spoke to Rita, and Rita Mendez sent me to Brockton City Hall. I went to the City Hall, I called, they told me that to write a paper, I don't know what kind of paper, about it.
You can go before the traffic commission.
Well, that's what they told me. I wrote to them. To this day, there's still accidents happening there. There's kids that come from West Junior High through there, and it's dangerous for them because these cars are not stopping. They don't even stop for bus schools.
I noticed online a couple of days ago there was some kind of Massachusetts official, I don't know if he was with the registry, had an accident somewhere on West Elm Street.
Yes, it's in the same spot.
And this is someone who knows the laws and should know what's going on, and
Yes.
even he had an accident.
Yeah, and as you can see, how dangerous the streets are nowadays. The crime that is going on. How come people say there's no threat to the community when we need to find out what's going on? We need to be aware of our surroundings. Also, the schools. I work in a school district, and I have seen so many things in the school that it surprises me. I don't know what the parents are doing regarding that.
So many
Like
parents,
like kids vaping and junior high
Really?
school
They do
kids.
vaping
Yes.
off school grounds? Or in the,
No, we have found kids on school.
in the
vaping.
restrooms? And
Yes, and the thing is, there's no repercussion towards it.
They don't
And
get-
they don't
when
get
and when I was in
suspended.
school,
They
they
don't
get suspended, yeah.
Yes, and
and
I
they send
used
a
to
letter
teach-
home. And they used to send letters home to parents. They do that
yes,
now?
to let them know what's going on. Nowadays, it's like 5 minutes later, you see the same kid that got in trouble back in the classroom, and you're like, so what's going on? I used to teach in New York, and in New York is way different than teaching in Massachusetts, because Massachusetts they lean towards more not sending the kids home or anything like that. But if you don't have repercussions on all these cases, what are we doing? What kind of education we teaching them? You have to have, because when they come out in the real world, there are repercussions.
A lot of these kids aren't ready to graduate because a lot of some schools, I don't know which ones I heard, that they sort of like say 10, the whole class takes a test and the highest grade is 80. Well, an 80 becomes an A.
Yeah.
And they're not, they think they're helping the kids, but they're not.
They're not. We're just putting them in a different grade when they haven't learned 5 + 5.
They want to move them, they just want to move them along, but they're not helping them.
No.
They think they are,
No,
but they're not helping them.
And that's what's going on in the school districts here. And
Well, what does it take to get suspended in school today? I don't even know. What do you have to do?
I probably just, in reality,
Drugs,
to talk,
maybe, or
probably
is
drugs
vaping not a
or
drug?
vaping. We had caught.
Is that a legal drug? Or?
It's actually when it's weed, it is legal. So it's that TH, whatever. And why there's no repercussions? What's going on in our school district? What are we teaching these kids that they could do that? And then what about if they get caught outside of school doing it? What about, why are the parents
What do the parents do? Now, do the parents have to send it back, sign that they received it, or
Oh, they don't send no papers or anything. That's
so
another
the parents should have to come back with the kid on whatever day they're allowed back?
issue. It should be that way. That's how I grew up teaching, and when I grew up, it was, if you're suspended, your parents have to come in with you.
And I was suspended a lot. And I could never get it past my parents because they automatically, right there, they actually call your parents right then and there, and and then you go home and you listen to everything with screaming and yelling
And then now we have the mayor, the new mayor that we have. He promised all these things, but where is the results?
He said he wanted to create a city that listens, that cares, that listens, and that works together. In other words, you have an issue. You schedule a meeting with the mayor, which he started doing. They're all backed up now, but anyway, you can do. That's what I did. And you go to see him. You sit in his office with his chief of staff and whomever your guest is, and you explain to the mayor, what your issue is, what your concern is, like I did. And depending on how he feels about it, he'll assign you someone in his staff to work with you on a project to address that issue somehow, I don't know whatever issue would be, but
Yeah.
and they'll work with you to address it. That's what I'm doing now with the mayor on one issue. Of course, I'm going after him on the crime issues.
The thing is, how long will that take? You know what I mean?
Depending on the issue, what I'm doing is for the bad buses. I finally got the mayor to take my side, and I created some safety tips and information in 6 different languages on how to be safe when you're on the city bus. The laws that are there to protect you, how to report an accident, or if you have any issues. Because a lot of people don't know what their rights are when they're on a bus.
Yes.
And he agreed with me, and we're working on getting those. And we're going to post it in all the Brockton Housing Authority properties for the elderly, the Council on Aging, all the schools, and libraries and other city buildings. But they're doing the schools because I don't know if you're aware of it or not, but and a lot of parents aren't aware of it, but hundreds of school kids ride the BAT buses
Yes.
to and from school
Yes.
every day.
I have
Not the
seen them.
elementary kids. I think it's
Yeah,
more
high
junior
schoolers,
high,
yes.
and high school. And parents don't realize that their
Yeah.
kids are on these buses,
Yes.
and they don't realize because I got it all documented. 'Cause for 3 years I've been fighting this, and finally I got the mayor to agree with me that that's wrong, and we're going to get that information out to the people. And Stephen Pena, he's on the school board, school committee,
Yes.
Ward 1. He did his own, when I went to him and told him about everything that was going on in the buses, because I ran for mayor and he was running for school council committee, and we got together, and he came on my show a couple of times, and he was shocked when he did his own investigation, because he didn't believe me. He did his own investigation, and he said, Richard, you're right. So he brought it up before the school committee, I think last week or a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
And they're going to address that and bring the BAT management into the school committee, before the school committee, at a public meeting with the parents sitting, if they show up.
Yeah.
And he's going to ask them questions and hold them accountable for what's going on in the buses.
Yes.
How they're keeping the kids safe. Why is this, and this going on?
And this
So that's good. That's good.
There is another issue as well. The school buses, the drivers
yellow
in
buses.
the yellow buses, the drivers in the yellow buses.
Are they rude or?
They're actually, some of them are rude. Some of them don't know the language.
They have cameras, so you can write the bus number down and get a view of
Yes,
the cameras?
there are cameras.
That's what I do
there.
for BAT bus. I get the
There
numbers.
There
and
are cameras inside, but I have seen a school bus stop with the stop sign. There's another school bus, the yellow, I don't know what kind
You
of
mean
company.
the little arm that comes out on the side of the bus?
Yes. I don't know what the other company is that had those little station wagon bus. They put school bus on the top. Those people don't know
I thought
how
that
to.
was for like kids with handicapped or something.
Not all of them.
Because those are small buses. It doesn't hold more than what?
Yeah,
10 kids?
there's the small buses, but there's also this other company that they put on top school bus.
They have a lot of private contractors
But
too.
yeah,
So.
but the thing is, what I saw right there, I was behind that bus. That bus stopped like halfway where the stop sign was. There's a cop behind it.
A cop?
Now the cop didn't even pull them over or did anything about it. Now I'm like, what about if a kid has to cross? What opportunity are you giving him to cross, safe?
So you're saying the bus stopped, put the arm out, the kid got out.
Yeah, and the other school bus just stopped like right there, like face to face to the other bus where the stop sign is. I'm like, but you have a cop in the back. You're not watching what is going on. And for me that's dangerous as a parent as well. Anybody could be ashamed of what's going on and nothing being done.
Yeah, I know they talked about that at one of the school committee meetings with the buses, but a lot of times the problems I've found is they talk about it in the school committee meeting, because I listen to some of them, is the yellow bus will stop, they'll put out the little arm there, and the people come in too. They don't either they don't see
stop.
it or they're not paying attention, and they just go flying right by.
It is because of the same thing I said. When you're giving these people license that don't know the language, don't know what the word stop means, that's an issue. That's a concern.
So how would you be able to fix that? The only way to fix that would be for when the yellow bus stops, put the arm out, put the truck, get out and make sure the kid can get across the street safely. The bus driver themselves.
They're probably gonna need a monitor inside of the bus, so that monitor could walk the kids.
Now, when the buses come up into the schools, this is a school, and the buses come, there are monitors to get them across the street.
Yes,
correct?
we have our monitors there, but sometimes we see parents coming in the cars and blocking
And they were
their
even
way.
worse. That was a huge thing at 2 weeks ago at this school committee meeting, because a lot of the counselors, I know I heard from ASAC and Oliver, that the parents are causing the problems,
Yes.
they're just parking there and staying
Yeah,
there.
and stay there.
They're blocking. More
Yes.
people want to come up and get their kids out.
Yes, and the thing is, even the parking lot, they just crowd the parking lot. Not even the teachers can get out. So it's like, it's a concern, because what about if a kid comes out running out of nowhere and
Kids run a lot. They just get off the
Yes.
bus and start running. They don't
yes,
look.
They don't. They don't have that awareness of looking right or looking left.
Now these you call them monitors. What kind of training do they get? Are they just like you or me, just going there and
Yes.
they have no training?
There's no training. There is no training. Which
And it's volunteer.
Yes. Which and some of them are volunteers. Some of them are picked by the school. Okay. But I think they should have some training about it, because if you're in a school bus and something happens, God willing, nothing does. But if something happens, you have to know how to take these kids safe away from the bus, like a fire or something.
Get into safety.
Yeah, and you got to teach them what's the safety door, where to go, but I don't see it. To this
know when
day,
I was in school, in the buildings themselves, we used to have fire drills all the time. Do they still do that now?
Yes, we still do that. The other concern we have is potholes.
Yeah, but I remember you on one of my online when you and I were going back and forth. You mentioned potholes. What happened?
They haven't fixed them.
Okay.
They haven't. I mean, if we're gonna fix potholes, don't throw just tar there and leave it, because
You got to dig underneath it and resurface it.
Because sooner or later it's gonna cause another pothole. Because you're putting something that is still steaming, and you don't sand it or anything, you leave it as a bump, guess what's going to happen? Yeah. More damage.
Because a lot of people say they get a lot of damage. I don't drive in Brockton, but a lot of people tell me they get a lot of damage in their cars. And I don't think you can sue the city, because that's like an act of God or something.
Yeah.
Unless it's a huge pothole and they should know about it.
Well, and that's the thing, I take pictures to where I see the big potholes and everything. I'm like, what's going on? Where's the city? At least put these people to work. I know they say, Brockton is
but the city has so many problems now. I'm telling you, really, because oh my goodness, we could talk for 2 hours about what's going on in the city. And the thing I find in this city is, I don't know if you find the same issue, is now I know a lot of the politicians are like they don't care, but the thing is, they don't care because a lot of the people in the city don't care.
Yes.
They don't come out to vote. They don't come out to get involved. They don't go to the city council meetings. Half of them don't even know who their city councilor is. Yeah. And that creates chaos. I'm not saying the councilors have a right not to do it, but they don't do anything because they're not held accountable.
Yeah.
And I can't get that through to the people hard enough. I tried and tried and tried when I ran for mayor. I said, look, you got to get involved. You got to remember, the city belongs to you, the people.
Yes.
What do you want to leave your kids and your grandkids? Mm-hmm. You got to get involved now to straighten this out.
And if we, as people in the city, we do our part, I believe, the mayor, the police department, they should also be doing their job as well. Because basically, like I said, all the shootings that's been happening lately,
police chief. We haven't heard from the police chief.
Yes, and the thing is, where are these kids getting these guns? Where? Because I remember when I had to get my gun license, I went through hell.
I used to have one when I worked in Boston.
Yeah, and I went through hell. And you know why I didn't get it in the beginning? Because somebody, and I had the paperwork here, all the dockets and everything, stole my identity and has 6 felonies under my name. And they didn't want to expunge my record because they said they thought it was me. They gave me all the paperwork. They arrested me unlawfully here in Massachusetts. I never lived in Massachusetts in my life. I came to live in 2017. I was arrested. I didn't know why. Come to find out.
These documents, I mean, these things this other person did under your name, there must have been witnesses or something. Did they?
They have a mugshot of the person.
Oh, so they know it's not you.
Yeah, they have. That's how they expunged my record, because they have a mugshot of the person. The person was an immigrant. How he got my papers, I don't know to this day.
Has that caused you problems as you move on?
It has. It has caused me problems because I got to expunge in 2024. This was happening since 2005. I was never arrested. I was in upstate New York. I was never arrested. I never knew that this person was running over here with my papers. The person supposedly is a Dominican person. And when they showed me his mugshot, the cop told me, "Listen, this is the person that took your identity." And I was like, "Do you think that person looks like me?" He's like, "No." So he let me go. The next day I go to work, I get pulled over again. Now this cop.
Now, why would they pull you over? Your license number?
That was back when Maria came to Puerto Rico, that we couldn't get no records or anything, no driving records. So I had the Puerto Rico license. He told me the license wasn't valid when it was. So he pulled me over, took me to jail, mugshot me, fingerprinted me. When the fingerprints came out, he just said, "Oops." That's it. No apologies, nothing. Now, mind you, I had to pay bail, and I had to pay.
The judge should have revoked you. Should have given you bail back.
They didn't give me no
You didn't
money.
do nothing wrong.
They didn't give me no money back. They towed my car. I had to pay to get my car out of the tow as well. I had to go to court. I went to Brockton Court first. The judge threw the case out because he said, your license is still valid. I don't know why he,
I thought when that happens like that, where it's obviously not true, you're not that felon or whoever that guy was, once that's proven, whatever monies you had to expend should have been returned.
Yeah, they never gave me anything. I had to drive
Did you have an attorney? Or?
What happened was, when I was gonna get an attorney, they told me, "Oh, if you do get an attorney, you try to sue the state, you're gonna have to move out of Massachusetts." That's what they told me. And I had to go from Brockton to Salem just to get this straight. I had to go like 5 times to Salem from here. In 2024, when I was gonna expunge it, because they knew it wasn't me, I had the dockets, and the person said, "Listen, the judge told me, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This has been in 2005.
So did you lose jobs and income over it?
I actually lost a lot of income towards that. I lost a good job that I had.
Even though they proved it wasn't you, the bosses don't care. They just
don't
want to get involved.
Yes, because they saw felonies and they thought it was me. When they saw that it wasn't me, it was too late. And to this day, IRS has been after me. A lot of people have been after me because he used my name for so many years.
For income too?
Yes.
Oh, that's terrible.
And nobody has done anything to this day. This person is still out there.
They didn't arrest him?
No, they have not. They
know who he is.
They know who he is. The person
is he
goes
back in Puerto Rico? Or?
No, he's from the Dominican Republic. But he's supposed to be here because the last that I heard was he was in Lawrence. That's where his case was. When I called the place that he used to work, the lady told me, "I know it's not you, this person, because this person doesn't speak English. He needs a Spanish interpreter every time." And he's in the dockets that I have. It says Spanish interpreter, and they let him go. They never arrested him. To this day, this person, I don't know if he's still around.
Because when I used to go for jobs when I was in my 52-year working history, I would have to give my Social Security card and my birth certificate, and then they check it all and confirm it all.
Yeah.
They didn't do that with you?
No. What happened was because he was using my Social Security number, he was using my ID. How he got those papers, to this day, I don't know. To this day. And that's been since 2005 he has this. 2024, 2017 I got arrested. I started working on this case. They didn't expunge it until 2024. So imagine all those years living on fear that you're going to get arrested again for no reason.
For doing nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
And the thing that is going on in Brockton, apart from what I went through, is the same thing. We don't know where these immigrants come from. We don't know their background. We don't know.
So when an immigrant comes from Brazil or Puerto Rico or wherever to Massachusetts, they come in. They fly into the airport, and then they have to go through customs and to get sent for immigration to try to.
I don't think
figure out who they are.
I don't think
they get off the plane and come.
Yes, that's basically what they're doing. That's basically what they're doing, because if they would have done something since 2005, if they would have told me, called me up, or arrested me back in New York when I was in New York, then I would have started working on this case a long time ago. But I never knew, and I flew as well. Yeah. You know, so if you have felony and you're running from the cop, you're not gonna fly. You know, and I feel sorry for the people that have to go through the same thing I went through, because it's tough.
It's hard for me to believe that you can just get on a plane somewhere, fly into Boston or New York or Minneapolis, and just get off the plane and get off and get into the country.
Yeah, and the thing is, you know, a lot of people badmouth the president because he's trying to take away all these people that came in illegally. If you want to come to the country, we don't mind you coming into the country.
Come in legally.
Do it legally. You know, do the process legally.
The only problem I have with the way Trump is doing it is the way he's doing it. Just put a hood over someone's head, throw them in a van, and ship them off to Nicaragua without any due process. That, I think, is wrong.
Yes.
But I do believe that the illegal immigrants should be gone.
Yes.
But in a humane
manner.
Right way according to the Constitution.
Yes.
And kids and women, you got to take care of them. You got to
Yes.
give them food and medicine, a place to live. I mean, you can't blame a kid for what their parents did.
That's true.
And put them in a cell somewhere. That's not
And
right.
if we're going to get rid of illegal immigrants,
We have 2 minutes. I
Okay.
want to give it that 2 minutes to, if you want to say anything to the people about anything.
just basically what I want to say is Brockton and the people of Brockton, if you guys want our city to move forward, we got to come and talk. You know, let your word heard, because if not, nobody's going to hear you.
I want to emphasize that also to tell the people of Brockton. I know you, I said it a lot of times when I was running for mayor, but you must understand our system of government is a democracy. It only works if you, the people, get involved. You hold your representatives accountable. You ask questions. And that's the way to do it. And you got to vote. What you got to do is we need, in this city, what we need to do is get the city councilors and the mayor to come up with programs to educate the immigrants on how the city can work for you, how it can help you and your family get ahead. Yep. We don't have that in Brockton.
No.
And we need that, because the situation in Brockton is, now don't get mad at me and throw anything at me, but the way I look at it is a lot of the people that come from like Haiti and these war-torn countries, Brockton to them is paradise.
Yes.
It's wonderful, great, it's a paradise. Yes. They don't understand the laws and everything because they come in here and...
But if they want to make it as a paradise, then they have to do the things the right way.
Yeah. But hopefully, I don't know, I won't live to see it, I'm too old, but you might see a better Brockton. It's a little too late for me. I'm 71 now, so...
We'll keep working on it.
But you got to keep fighting and... make Brockton a little better if we can. Anyway, anyone else who wants to come on, you can call me on my email at the bottom of the screen anytime. Just email me, and I can set up a time for you to come here like Jonathan did, and you can talk to the camera about 15, 20 minutes about whatever issues you're concerned with. And if you don't have an issue you're concerned with, if you're opening a business or you want to announce anything, you're free to come in here and do that. And you know, you just come in here and we'll get it all done for you. And if you like it, you can, the Brockton Community Access, you just sign a couple of pieces of paper, and it's very easy. You get approved, and you can come here and have your own show, whatever you want to call your own show. You come in here and you can, you know, you can get a lot of things done. It's a great thing to do to get people aware of what you're doing, especially if you're opening a business. I mean, it's just really great. Okay, I got 30 seconds, so thank you, Brockton. I'll see you next time.